Oh man. Also, I didn't have any of you guys on, so it should be working now. Um, so we'll go ahead and see if this has actually started. Hello. Welcome to the
There
Burning
we go.
Wheel. Is it on?
Hello.
Yep.
Cool.
Says live
Awesome.
to me. So. Cool beans.
Awesome. This is the Burning Wheel. I guess the cool intro thing I had is null and void now. It doesn't matter. So, poo that. Anyway, it'll be fine. We'll have a cool thing at the break screen. But yes, so everything we just said was not recorded on this. I recorded it though on my computer, so I'll post that as like a bonus
We
video on
pretty
my
much
YouTube
just
channel.
recapped what happened last time. So
We basically did. So yes, let's go ahead and just go through beliefs and instincts before we get started here. And go ahead, Jared, read us off your beliefs and instincts again.
Okay. I'm just as good as Dellen, and I'll prove it by trying to defame him. I want to end the papacy, and I'll start by scamming the church. And I want to restore my reputation by building new relationships.
Cool, cool. What about your instincts and traits?
Oh, okay. Instincts, always entertain myself, always have alcohol, always make the situation worse. And my traits are rabble rouser, drunk, mark of privilege, unlucky, tall tale teller, and rapier wit.
Very nice, very nice. It looks like it's going for me though.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I mean, it says offline for me, and Josh is not working for me either. But if it's on yours, then
yeah, it says it's working for me. So
What are we doing?
now it's working. I refreshed again. I did that like 5 times, but now it's working. I don't know. It seems to be dropping, but
it's
we'll
it's
figure it
not
out.
on my screen anymore. So
All right, we'll just go with
we'll
it.
just go with it. It's recording to my computer anyway, so even if it doesn't go to that,
No, it does say it's live now.
It
Awesome.
does now. Yeah. It was. Apologies to anybody in the stream if it's cutting out. But...
yeah. So let's go ahead and go to let's see what's the next character. Josh.
Antonius.
Antonius Ram.
Aye, that'd be me. So, beliefs. I want to get my life back, so I will prove myself by completing this mission. I despise oppressive nobility, therefore I will hurt the first noble I see.
I would just like to preface the fact that Dellen and Alphonse, and technically Theo, are also all nobles.
Which, at this point, I don't think I know that yet.
No. I mean,
Well,
you don't know that Theo is, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would know that both Alphonse and Dellen are nobles. At least you would probably...
Well, it says you hate oppressive nobles, and I haven't tried to oppress you yet.
No, technically...
You did tell him what to do.
What that belief means is he considers all nobility impressive.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Which reminds
The
me,
nobility
speaking
are
of...
oppressive, and that's the reason they've ruined my life. It wasn't my fault.
Speaking of things that we assume based on our social status, were we going to do those traits?
Yes, we were. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Can I do my instincts now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead, sorry.
If I see something broken, I must fix it. I always believe I am right, and I always have a knife on me.
And your traits?
And traits
How do you
are...
find that again? All that stuff?
It should be down beneath instincts on your character sheet. I am broken in, ambitious, and cynical. Should I list all 6 of these?
Yep.
Okay. I'm also a made
Okay.
man. I have hand-eye coordination, and I'm unlucky.
He is also unlucky. I have to say, I think Antonius has been far more unlucky than Alphonse so far.
Yeah, Alphonse has been incredibly lucky so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
man,
he
I should've-
has.
I should have made like one of my traits like extremely lucky because like
Lucky is the trait. You
It
could
is
take it.
a trait. It kind of costs
I
a
didn't
couple
know
of
that.
points, though.
what?
It
There's
costs
a long list, so
several points, I believe.
yeah.
I'm not sure you
Okay,
could have bought it.
probably Okay, yeah, I kind of like it.
Connor? Yeah. You want to read your beliefs, instincts, and traits for us?
Right. I was spared beliefs. I was spared for a reason and will administer my own justice. The staff is the key to figuring out what happened to my son. If I break it, maybe the bondage of my son's soul can be broken as well. It's a little complicated. Alphonse is evil in every regard, and I will find a way to punish him like I have been punished. Instincts. If there is a confrontation, I take the lead. Always inventing something and never harm a child.
And your traits?
And then traits. Rabble rouser, gifted, dreadful, intimidating, and blind.
Cool.
Yeah.
Delon.
And that is blind in the literal sense, Kentarius?
Yes, I am blind.
Cool.
Alright, so Dylan, his beliefs are, the gods have minds above ours and to be trusted above all others. I will seek their divine purpose in the situation, which I kind of need to rework, but I don't have anything for it yet.
It'll get you
will pay
fate no matter what, so pretty much.
Yeah. Alphonse will pay for what he did to our sister, even if I have to kill him myself. And the second part of that is I will find a reason to report folly to the Inquisitor, since that seems like the best way to get him killed. I have been entrusted with a holy task, and I will keep the ruffians assigned to it in line. Putting Alphonse in his place is the first step. Instincts. Instincts. Never go unarmed under any circumstances. Instinct 2, if I'm to kill a man, I will do so honorably whenever possible. Certain instinct, never leave a word against the gods unchallenged. Traits. He's disciplined, faithful, has the mark of privilege, is tonsured, and he is fearless. Which is a ridiculously awesome trait. Oh my God.
I know it is. It totally is.
Wait,
Especially
what
when
is
you
the
have
one?
8 steel to go with it. What?
Fearless.
Fearless. It's mechanical to explain why it's good. It's kind of a deeply mechanical thing, but it's pretty legit.
Okay.
He's basically just doesn't
Yeah.
get scared of things.
Adam, want to read off Theo's? So you pronounce it Theo.
Theo, yeah.
Okay.
Do I do traits first?
Go ahead and just read all from top to bottom: beliefs, instincts, and then traits.
I believe if I do Nirani's bidding, I will get my wife back, whose name is Kylie. I will kill this man, or I'll kill like this guy, like as in like the goddess will possess a ghost of her and tell me. So like I don't know what Nirani looks like. She just possesses like, I do actually. But when she commands me to do something, she possesses my wife's body and tells her, but my wife is not actually there. She's just a spirit. So she comes to me in spirit, and sometimes she's her, and sometimes she's possessed by Nirani. So it says, I will kill this man for the goddess. So like if she tells me kill this guy, I'm gonna do it. Like regardless of what morality I have, I'm gonna kill it.
Yeah. So basically, it's like he's gonna rewrite that belief the instant the goddess tells him to kill someone to be that guy. So.
I say that sounds like a good instinct. Okay. Always kill somebody the goddess tells me.
Well, he already does. Yeah, he has an instinct that is.
I'll tell you my crimes after this. I'm fighting whether or not to trust the gods. I will work towards increasing my faith. Like I want the power to destroy everyone, but I kind of hate the gods because one, the goddess tricked me, because I wouldn't sleep with her basically, and
What?
she told me she was like, hey, why don't you just have me instead of your wife? And I was like, no, I don't want it. And she's like, oh, fine, you want that? I'll trick you. Boom. And so now that's why my wife is a spirit. Instead of giving her back to me, she's like, she's not fully there. So I'm like fighting that. And so I'm like, I hate the gods. I used to be really dedicated, but I'm just kind of like, they're a bunch of like jerks basically. So I'm fighting in my faith whether or not to trust them. My instincts, if the guy tells me to kill someone and kill them, that's an instinct. I always judge a book by its cover. So like I make conclusions based on how people look. Like if it was like, oh, maybe they're inside. I'm like, hey, that guy looks like he's gonna kill us. I'm gonna kill him, or I automatically jump to the conclusion that he's a bad guy. Like I don't like, oh, maybe he's a good guy, or I'm pretty quick.
Yeah, that's a pretty good instinct.
That does sound like a fantastic instinct.
It is.
Never heed danger. I don't know what that one was.
Well, basically, I reworded it a little bit, but basically it was along the lines of because he thinks that the gods that Nirani wants him to serve her and do things for her, he doesn't think that he's ever in danger. So basically anything, he just jumps into the midst of it. He doesn't think he won't die.
I don't comprehend, hey, maybe I could die. I'm like, she's gonna handle it. I'm just gonna go do it.
Headstrong.
Sweet.
Nice. I take it you have a faith stat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and read your traits then.
Traits. Mark of privilege. It says New Umhati. I don't know. What
Yeah,
that
so basically it
is.
just means you're part of the nobility of the kingdom of New Umhati. So you're technically not part of the nobility in this kingdom. You're part of a nobility somewhere else. So,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
a nobility, but I mean, people like me because I was like really good at fighting. So people like me, and they're like, I was like, oh yeah.
You're not terribly
So you're
associated with the
basically-
nobility anymore.
Basically, Finnick from the Hunger Games, which is kind of the best thing ever.
Basically, yeah.
Please tell me you have a golden loincloth.
A what? Is that like
What?
Is that like hammer or that thing he has in number 3?
Yeah.
That's
That's
good
like
stuff.
the only thing he's wearing in that scene. Yeah. Please tell me you have one.
Oh yes, that would be sweet. I should have that.
All right, good. I'm happy now.
Rapier,
I like this.
Yeah, I
wit.
bet.
I don't know what rapier wit is. What is that again?
Rapier wit basically allows you to if you say something like really snappy in a duel of wits, you get +2 dice to your next action in a duel of wits. So,
Basically, it means you're really witty and good at insulting people. Your wit is
Yeah,
like
well,
a
I mean, like
rapier.
because I'm a nobleman, I know how to talk to people. That's
Mm-hmm.
what that's like my personality. Like I know what it's like to be a nobleman, and I'm smart because I was educated as a like a young guy, and so I have the intelligence, but I'm kind of like I'm not. I mean, I'm nobility, but I'm like not nobility because it's like faraway land. So I'm like people know me as nobility, but I don't live the noble life because because I'm a slave here and I was freed. I was an unlawful slave because no one knew me from the other land. That's why I'm from a foreign land. Hold on, I'll be right. I have to charge my phone. I'll be right back there. So you guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's very loud, but
Life is death. Reduce.
What?
That's what it says. Reduce. I don't know.
life.
ATS.
He said life is death. Yeah,
Yeah.
basically what that does is it reduces his hesitation obstacle for injury and pain by 2.
Wow. Okay.
Because
I
he
did
was
skip
a
one.
gladiator and a slave, so.
Tasting the lash. I don't know what that one is either.
Also, okay, if that's the one you got from being a gladiator as well, basically what happens is because you're so used to people like whipping you and sending you into the arena, if someone whips you, you have to do whatever they tell you in that moment.
I need a whip.
I didn't have that one.
Like
Just wear armor, and you won't feel it.
it forces an action, but again, like that's like a reaction thing. So it's like if someone whips you,
to whipped. Yeah.
if someone whips you and tells you to do something, like your reaction, you're just like you start doing it, but then you kind of like look back and you're like, no, if you're not actually afraid of them or whatever.
So it's almost like a PTSD kind of thing.
Yes.
It's like an instinct, basically, an actual instinct of like, oh, I do this thing. Oh wait,
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
So, I mean, you're ultimately going to have the decision on whether or not to keep doing that thing, but it forces an initial action on your part because it's like a reaction. So,
Believer, which is
oh, that's actually really good for you, Adam.
yeah,
It makes any like of the prayer things, like the miracles that you can do, the obstacle is -1.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
I didn't see
It
that one.
said faith. Oh, that's what it stands
He
for.
got it for being a temple acolyte.
Faithful and Glory Hound. Glory Hound is pretty good. I like that one.
Yeah, Glory
That sounds
Hound.
familiar.
Glory Hound basically allows him to when he has to roll a steel test and he fails, one of the options that is added to the list of things that he can do when he fails a steel test is charge blindly into the midst of it.
Oh, that's good.
So
That sounds like
yeah.
me in the real life, so I had to do it. I was like, that's probably something I would
That's
do.
good, especially because your other options are to scream and run away, stand and drool, or pass out. So
Yeah.
that's a good last fourth option.
That's a good trait. Yeah.
I don't get my wife back, so it's like, I might as well just go run into that.
Okay, so before we get started on the campaign proper again, one thing we do need to do is decide cultural traits. And so we really only have, well, I guess we have 3 different cultures in play here. We have the Ceran, the Taconi, which is half of what Connor is, and the New Umhati, which is or technically Verudian, I guess, is his actual stock. But basically, what I want to do real
What am I
quick,
again?
your actual like race name would be Verudian. So,
Oh, okay.
what we're gonna, yeah, what What we're gonna do real quick is just make up 3 different cultural traits for each of those cultures that you add to your character's character traits if you are that culture, and you can choose whether or not to play to or against them. But it is something that people perceive about you.
Yeah, they'll assume that about you, but you can decide whether or not you want to.
Yeah. So one thing I know for sure, I know that the cultural trait that the Serrano are going to have.
They're like Aryan, blonde hair, blue eyes.
That could be one, but like
The
the Serrano I know for.
You have blue eyes, Jared?
What?
No, I mean, he has blue eyes, but he has brown hair.
Black hair.
Black hair, yeah. But okay, so I know the first trait that Serrano have is religious, and this would just apply to. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask actually, Connor, do you want the Serrano traits, the Teconi traits, or mix of both?
Mix them both.
Okay, so.
I just saw something good.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, maybe like, since I'm questioning like my faith and whatnot, it could be like I got into like clergy kind of thing because I loved my wife. You know, like she's.
Oh yeah,
doing
I think
that,
that's what we decided.
So I'm like,
yeah.
I kind of got into it since and she was really passionate about it. So I was like, I kind of like got in and I was like, yeah. So I'm like, I wasn't as passionate as she was, but I still had like that faith, that's kind of there.
That's what I had already assumed. So yeah.
So it wasn't like. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Serrano, I know that they have religious as a character trait because everyone else perceives Serrano as being religious because their country is so much about religion. So any one of you that is Serrano, go ahead and add religious to your character traits. But you can play to or against this. Any ideas for culture traits from any of these cultures?
Wait, from any of them?
From any of them, yeah. Serrano, Teconi, or Viridian.
Can I say like? Wait, which one was I? Verano?
Viridian.
Viridian? Oh, Viridian. Can I say like bravery, like like to the death kind of thing? Kind of like you fight even if you think you're gonna die. Like if all the odds are against you, because you know how like I have like Glory Hound, where it's like all about glory, where it's kind of like if you know you're gonna die, you do it anyways because it's about being brave and honor.
How about should be your Spartan?
How about determined?
Or like,
yeah, go ahead and add determined to your character.
Yeah, sure. Then. Is that basically that, or what is determined?
Yeah, just say determined. Yeah, it's just a character, and all of these are just character traits. So they're just flavor kind of a thing. Doesn't actually provide any mechanical thing.
Do we want haughty to be a Serrano one? Do people perceive the Serrano as haughty? I assume if
probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So then we need one more.
Wait, Connor, didn't I say one of my things was I was really good looking?
You might have.
Oh, I say Connor. I meant to say Caleb. I'm sorry.
Yeah, one of your characters. I think you forgot to say this. One of your character traits is attractive.
Nice. Yeah. These are actually just
You have to be attractive in order to, gain the name of a god.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
That was kind of
Wait, is that a trait?
Yep.
The cultural ones are actually just things that people are going to assume about you because of your culture, so they don't need to be true. But
yeah.
Wait, the cultural trait, does that just go to trait or?
Yeah, go ahead and add it to character traits. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait, did you say we had three things?
Three cultural traits. Yep.
Yep. Three cultural traits. So right now the Viridians have one, which is determined.
Can I say something like peaceful country? Like mine is like peaceful, and no, that can't be it because I like murdered a lot of people.
Well, no, that's fine because can be a cultural thing. This can be something that's perceived about your culture, but isn't
this
true
isn't about you. It's about your.
Oh, so they think I would be merciful, like because I don't fight.
Yeah, you could say that they're peace loving.
Like if your culture was normally
originally
peaceful, then that would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because like normally they would be peaceful. That's why I went into the clergy thing. I was like, I just had to fight, and I was like, okay, I have to survive.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I realized, wow, I really like killing, basically. Because they're not really. Because a lot of it's like nobility.
Yeah. One thing that I do know actually about the Viridians is that they're very mercantile. and they are actually very imperialistic in the sense that they go around like colonizing places and stuff like that, and like imposing their culture on other people. So I don't actually think it's necessarily peaceful per se, as like they're not super into military stuff.
That one better, actually.
Yeah, they're not super into military stuff, but they aren't like
Nice.
pacifistic per se. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they're more
mercantile sounds like a
I like
pretty good
that
one.
one.
Yeah, go ahead and do mercantile. That's a good one.
People just assume you're good with money and
Is that
trading.
like?
Yeah.
Character trait as well.
Yeah, because my father was a merchant.
Yep.
Remember, my father was
Basically, all of the Varudian
Oh,
nobles are
mercantile.
merchants. So,
Yeah.
yeah, just put
So,
Jared, Josh, do you have an
Was
idea
merchant-
for the third one on
Oh,
Serrano?
Nah, I'm still working on it.
Oh, actually, Adam, all of those are going to be added
Right.
to character traits, not die traits. That
Oh,
column.
dang it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just add them right now to your other column, and delete those for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just saw
There you
traits
go.
and I didn't realize there was.
No, that's fine.
traits. Okay.
And I'll actually
I'll just-
specify
I'll just
and put in
delete that
parentheses
one.
CT for cultural trait, so you know that these are things that are perceived about your
Okay.
culture, but they're not necessarily true about you. They can be. And if you play to them and they get you into trouble, then you can get fate for them, just like any other trait.
Can I still say like the blonde hair and blue eyes thing? Almost like, oh, like you can tell by the way I look. That I'm
Yeah,
actually from
and
here.
you don't have to
Like,
be.
oh.
It doesn't have to be blonde hair, blue eyes, but you can do anything that like would be a defining feature for the Viridians.
I mean, like
So
the
you're
way I look.
visibly Viridian. There's a definite look about a Viridian that's
Yeah, but like what
distinctive in the world.
what would be distinctive about the Viridians?
How about my character has like super blonde hair? Like it's not just like, oh, it's blonde. It's like almost like a white hair.
Was like white?
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like an abnormally blonde hair. 'Cause then
Okay.
it's like,
Is that a thing that
almost like
Yeah, is that a thing that goes over to the rest of the Viridian culture, or
yeah?
Y'all
Okay.
Targaryens?
It's just kind of like you know, you think of like, you know how Germans like weren't usually blonde haired. You know, they didn't usually have blonde hair. They had like a kind of a darker color, and you knew, you know, in Germany you knew who was German and who wasn't because of their hair. It's kind of like that. And a lot of Grunians are kind of like a really light blonde, and you can tell like, wow, he's not from here,
Yeah,
just
sure.
by like the way his hair.
sure, light
Because
blonde.
isn't the place I came from like kind of lower towards the equator or whatever?
Yeah, it's
it more
almost
towards,
to the
like,
tropical
Africa?
region. Yeah.
Because it would be like hotter there, so like there would be more sun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it could like, you know, affect something like that.
They'd
like,
probably have darker
it's actually there,
skin,
makes it
but yeah, they
warm.
might have lighter hair.
We have a third one for Serrano yet? Connor, I assume you're doing your own, right? 'Cause
Uptight.
You're uptight. Well, we have religious and haughty, so I think we've covered all of that.
Entitled.
That would probably count as.
What's haughty?
Yeah, haughty.
Yeah.
Haughty is like they're entitled. they're
I thought you meant
uppity.
haughty as an attractive.
No.
No.
Only you,
Haughty.
Alphonse.
I just
Only
didn't
you.
know what that meant. Okay, wait.
Hmm,
Caleb, what'd you say about that, Caleb? Caleb, what'd you say about
About what?
haughty? What does that mean?
Oh yeah, it means like uppity, like I believe I'm better than everybody else.
Yeah,
kind of
it's
a
like
thing.
arrogant kind
Yeah.
of thing. Lofty,
Oh,
arrogant.
like okay, like pride, like a lot about
Yeah.
pride and whatnot. Okay.
Yeah, the
So where do we put these?
in
Just under
character
character
traits.
traits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like add.
the dictionary definition of haughty is arrogantly superior and disdainful. So
Jared, I
and-
think you should have that one.
You wanna everyone who's Serrano has it, so you want to put cultural in front of it, so you know it's not your
Wait,
trait, it's
everyone?
a cultural trait.
everyone
Everyone?
who's Serrano, but you can choose.
Everyone who's
yeah.
Serrano has it. So you're gonna have your own three because you're not from, or you're gonna have a mix of what we have, what Jared, me, and Josh have, and then you also have some of your own because you're also Techo.
Well, it actually depends. I have a feeling that you might have a set of 3 entirely different traits if you're actually like. It depends on like. Okay, this is all about people's perception of you, Connor. So how do people perceive you? Do they perceive you as a Serrano?
Probably.
Yeah,
I think
let's
you
just
said
go with
they
that
could kind of tell, but then they could kind of tell you were from somewhere else too, right? Like you were mostly Serrano, but there was something obvious about it that was a little different.
Yeah.
So I mean, they might assume mostly Serrano stuff. But,
Yeah, let's
I
just
mean,
let's
you're
just go ahead and
clearly
do assume Serrano stuff.
All right,
But
so then you have
then
Do they have
maybe-
one that's Techo?
maybe just attach foreigner. Would that be?
Yeah,
or
I
would
think.
that be too vague for a character trait?
No, that's fine. Yeah, you could just add foreigner too, Connor. Or
Okay, so
foreign blood.
All
Foreign
three
blood.
and foreigner.
Yeah, all three and then foreign blood.
Hey guys.
Okay. So what were they again?
Oh yeah, actually they can hear you.
Religious and haughty.
Those are my
We don't have a
roommates.
third yet.
Hello.
Okay.
Hey.
Are we showing up for the Zinks now?
They're waving. Yeah, it's my roommate.
I want to put this in here. That's-
Hi, Adam's roommate.
They can't hear you.
That's okay.
Here, now you can say it.
Hi, Adam's roommates.
Hello.
Hi, Connor.
Okay, so
It says your name. It says your name on the thing.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think I know you, but
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We actually have viewers now, don't we?
we have one.
oh,
You
do we?
actually watching
Oh
it.
yeah.
Oh
Mine are
yeah.
3, but I'm one of them.
This is very enjoyable.
I think
isn't it?
Josh is one of them too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
so
filling
we
the
have
other
one.
slot in our viewer list.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Chase.
it might be Chase. Yeah, that's fine.
The-
I only see 2 in here. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Mine still says 3. Yeah, we need a third Serrano one then.
what's the actual- like if you wanted to
my
watch it,
goodness,
you only watch it on Facebook.
How'd you roll that?
he just added a skill to his list called "Hurry Up."
Wow, you got a challenging test though. 8 obstacle. That is a hard test.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Check start at 10.
It's crazy.
Check start at 10.
Yeah, guys, I have to go at 10.
That's fine.
So,
Yeah.
or probably like 9.
We're usually done at 10:30 anyways, so like
Yeah.
that's not much extra.
Mhm.
I should probably go more than anyways. Oh yeah, so we need another Serrano one. So Jared, Josh, Connor, gonna come up with a third Serrano one.
Oh, we're coming up with them.
Yeah.
All right.
We already got religious and haughty, so we just need one more. So all 3 of you and then myself should have religious and haughty, but then we need a third
I want to
one.
watch it. It's on
People assume about our culture.
TV.
Ooh, what about something related to food? Those are usually what I think of first.
Hangry.
Usually think of
Like what their food is like.
so yeah, or not necessarily what their food is like so much as just like they're gluttonous, or like the perception
They're
of
like
Italians in the real world. The perception of the Italians is they've got lots of food.
Let's
They're
go
gonna
ahead and
give
say
you
gluttonous
lots of
then.
food.
Yeah, let's go ahead and say gluttonous. I like that.
Gregarious.
Gluttonous.
Yep, that's me.
Just in a different
Okay.
way.
Cool. All right, so Connor, we have them all then. All right, so
Yeah,
we
we
should
have
be
them
done with those then.
Except for I believe Adam has one more.
Oh.
To make up. Or no, he doesn't. No, because it was light blonde hair. Never mind.
All right, yeah.
I
Good.
I think that's it then.
Then we got it.
So then.
Yep.
Can we have it be a saying in this world? Oh
Absolutely.
man, you eat like a Serrano.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Uh-huh.
Do I have to roll a nation-wise or something for that?
I mean, probably, yeah. Nation-wise is on your
Oh,
side.
I definitely thought you said bacon wise, and I'm like, why is it just bacon? I got you.
But yeah, I mean,
Alright.
that would be the sort of thing that your character probably wouldn't know. Or no, you probably would. Because you're Serrano. But yeah, a character who wouldn't know that would have to roll, yeah, Serrano-wise or something like that. Or maybe like sane-wise. No, to know that sane. So yeah, I mean, I guess we can kind of go ahead and get kind of started here. I'm not sure if when we want to take our break exactly.
Yeah, I don't have
We
a
should
clock
do-
here.
We should do something before we break, just because we kind of have only done
Yeah.
crunch
Okay.
right now.
Sure.
As of
I
now,
concur.
Mhm.
Can we skip to the village something?
Adam, would you mind putting on headphones and tuning it back in?
I don't know if he can hear you.
I don't know if you can either.
Adam.
Hey, Adam, you want to just mute him until he's?
I already muted him, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Attributes.
It's fine. It's fine. Nice, Jared.
Yeah.
Okay, so
See,
we pick up with everybody else back at when you guys are traveling. Adam's character isn't even here yet, anyway. So you guys are traveling. You've just left. You've just left the city of Lucerta off to the village of Estol, and yeah, I mean you're on your way. I think when we last left off everybody, you had just taken a break for the night and like were setting up your camping stuff and whatnot, and I believe there was talk of maiming in the night.
Yeah.
I sleep very close to Josh.
You look. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, Adam's back. All right, we're just starting up now.
Not that-
I'm gonna go.
Oh, I didn't say my crimes against the church.
I'm gonna go stuck with my
That's fine. I think I'd rather have them be revealed like as we go.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we can find out the hard way. Yeah, I think that'd be more.
Okay. So
It's-
where are we
yeah.
right now?
you are not here right now.
Yeah, our
Yeah.
characters are on the way to the village, which you're in, so we should meet up with you pretty quick. We were told to find you, so it shouldn't take too long.
Oh wait, so I'm your guys' first task.
Yeah, we're supposed to
Oh,
meet
that's
up.
pretty cool. I like that. Like all of a sudden you guys come in and I'm like beating the crap out of some dude. And, like you come in, and I'm just like murdering him, and you're like, oh yeah, we came here to get you. I'm like, oh okay. You guys are pretty.
Okay, so we open up on. I mean, I don't know what your characters want to do during the night, but
Ow.
yeah, basically it's nighttime. You guys are sleeping. I'm assuming you make camp. How? Okay, wait. I have actually a question. How good at you guys are making a camp?
Well, none of
Like,
us
on
have
the road.
any skills like that, as far as I know.
Do you
Considering
want
I
to
don't,
do you want to actually say you might have stopped at like some sort of hostel?
Is anyone not a nobleman?
Probably.
Connor and Josh's
Connor's gonna know,
character are.
probably.
Yeah.
Well, they're both city people, so
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are not suited for wilderness exploration whatsoever.
This is like a really pathetic camp.
It's like
It's just like,
completely the
it's like two
reverse.
sticks.
Every Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinders campaign.
Uh-huh.
Wait, so how do
exactly.
we do this? And we're like, here, Jared, just let me use your hand to light it on fire.
Well, that's the thing. I have a feeling that you might want to just stop in a hostel or something like that. Do you maybe
Yeah,
like stop in
probably.
like a either? I mean, I don't know. We can kind of make this up about Ceran. Do you think they would have like roadside like hostels, like a kind of like a urban hotel kind of thing, or not
I mean,
urban?
if
but
we assume that
rural
they're a
hotel.
gregarious, gluttonous society, they probably have that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What sort of military does Ceran have? Are they like a rigorously organized, well-oiled machine,
so you
a la
guys are, like-
Roman legions,
You guys are
or
basically like dwarves, you know. Dwarves are kind of gluttonous and
That
they
could be-
fight. They're really good at fighting and they're really like prideful and whatnot. You guys are
Totally,
dwarves. If you're not sure.
Yep.
Yes. Most of pretty much everything is based on religion in
Most have
Ceran.
seen too many winters.
okay? So maybe small temples or religious monasteries or something that
There's just
provide
an altar in the wall
hospitality
of the bar.
Yeah,
across the
yeah.
country.
Let me look up the pantheon real quick and see if there's any sort of like god of travel or something.
Because
yeah.
it could be that a certain patron saint has followers that make it their goal to provide for travelers on the road.
Yeah. Okay, so
that would
yeah.
definitely sound Serrano based on what I know
yeah.
of the religion.
Yeah.
So there is what I'm gonna decide then is that there is a sort of like hostel kind of temple situation built up on most of the main roads in Ceran, and they are priests of the patron saint of trade named Adamar. And yeah, so they're like these kind of mercantile monks that like it's definitely a saying in Ceran that like about like getting ripped off by the Adamari or whatever, like the priests of Adamar, because they're always like overpricing their temple kind of.
You think that'd be blasphemous for somebody who follows the god of trade? Think they'd want trade to be fair?
Well, that's the thing. Like, okay, I mean, I don't know. David, do you want Dylan to go ahead and make a doctrine roll just to make up like?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I was just spitballing. It doesn't.
Actually, no. You can give. I can just say you make it up if you want to. You're the one who knows about doctrine. So, what does your character know about the Adamar, the Adamari?
I imagine like if they were followers of trade as being almost like a religious thing for them, I imagine they would be incredibly scrupulous. Like they probably make the scales that people use that are like known for being even, and they're probably trustworthy and stuff. And I mean, you can go either way. Obviously, it's they could be total scheming and their things about money, and they treat money like the religious factor, not
Yeah, and
trade
that's where
itself.
I was going. But like,
But-
I'm fine with whatever. So.
Okay. But I mean, if he's just making it up, then yeah, I guess maybe we just have them be like religiously fair in trade to the point where like they'll call each other out if they see something, or they, like I said, they probably make the scales that are used, and they're not using what's his name?
Adamar.
They're not using Adamar's scales, and it's like a shady business.
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. We got a good idiom then. It's like, yeah, if you're using,
As faithful as Adamari scales.
Yeah.
Scales,
That's
yeah.
good. That's good.
For honesty, yeah, cool.
Cool.
Alrighty, that would also make it a decent place to like try and stay.
All
We
right.
wouldn't be like, let's not go there.
Yeah. So, what is everybody's resources? What do they look like?
Bam.
Looks like Alphonse has a 1.
I'm Poe.
Antonius has a
what's
0. Or no, Antonius, you should have more than that. I actually.
Where are we looking?
Because you're
I just changed
exonerated.
the page on you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
that's
did
fine.
change the page on you, didn't I? Oops.
No, that's all right. I was.
It's
Just a second. I'm
interactive.
gonna look in your property real quick. Oh, we didn't write. Oh, it's in character
Okay.
burner. Never mind. Let me look.
Hi there.
So you have. Let's see. You spent 20 on a smithy, 30 on a moderate size house, and then you have a reputation for being a deluded criminal.
Nope, it's ruined my life. What can I say?
55. All right. So I believe that is a. You have a 3 resources, man.
Holy crap!
So
Which is
you are like the richest
that-
out of anyone in this party.
awesome.
And now, and okay, so now that you've been exonerated, so before you didn't have access to any of your resources because you were, branded a criminal and you were in prison. But because you were exonerated, technically all of your assets are now unfrozen. So you can call on that if you wanted to. So
when you got out of prison, they just brought you your giant bag of gold, and were like, boosh.
no, they didn't. But you can still make a resources roll to do something if you want to.
So I could get stuff out of my smithy and that sort of thing then? With the resource roll?
A cat fell from the ceiling.
It's Lucky, yeah, my cat Lucky does that sometimes. There's a little hole up on the side
The crap
that
out of
he
me.
can come of.
I'm surprised my cat's not trying to climb on me or something.
That's really
right
funny.
now. He was bothering me earlier.
Yeah, basically what that means, Josh, is that you have a if you want to make a resource roll to buy anything, that you use a 3 for that, yeah, so that just kind of means like you might have cash on hand, you have probably assets that you can kind of like liquidate or whatever, use as capital. It's just an abstraction of all of that stuff. So
Okay.
So I take it I don't have any resources.
I don't know. Let's check. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the roll screen here so everybody can see what I'm doing. Let's go
Everyone
ahead.
except me, because
Yeah, you have a 1 resources, I think, Connor, unless I'm mistaken. You got.
Wait,
Yeah, you have
Alphonse,
a 1.
how much resources does Alphonse have? How many resources does Alphonse have?
Why are they all black?
Because Jared changed his color. Remember, you can't have him black.
They're not black. Transparent.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Remember?
transparent.
Jared, what's your resources?
I'm pretty sure I spent all of my resources already.
No,
Because-
that's not what it is. It's resource points and resources are different.
Yeah.
Jared, you have 1
Oh.
resources.
Oh,
Our characters are like the poorest people, and we're the sons of the Pope.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. No.
oh,
Why do you have? Oh, is it a reputation that you had? Yeah. Okay, you bought reputations. That's why you have a 1 resources. So
I bought gear. That's why I have 1.
yeah.
as I have the best gear.
Well, no,
ever,
like
but-
literally the only reason that Jared has any resources at all is because he bought reputation.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
So
So resources is related to what specifically?
In character creation, the amount of points you spend on property and on reputations is divided by
15. Yep.
And then that number is your resources. But
that's
it
why you
doesn't
have
count
3.
gear. It doesn't count gear, which is what I spent
Yeah.
all of my resources on. So I have 0. I
Yeah.
am the poor. But I have really good armor.
And also, what we'll do is, I wanted to ask you guys real quick what you want to do for. Burry Wheel has a thing called like the lifestyle maintenance. So basically, like you make a resources roll to keep up your lifestyle like every certain amount of time. What do you want to set that time to be? Do we want to set it to be like a month or like a season or what?
Where's that coming from?
Everybody.
chat.
That would be
The
the
chat
chat,
box.
Adam.
What are you thinking? Like it will depend on like so basically it would be like every month you have to roll every month you have to roll a resources check to keep up your current lifestyle. So
But we're like criminals.
you're not though, remember?
I mean,
You're
if we have a
exonerated.
really poor lifestyle, then it's okay. Which I imagine we're not going to have a whole lot of really expensive stuff.
Mhm.
So,
Speak
mean,
for
other than-
yourself.
I mean, you can apparently buy whatever you want, as much as you want. So,
Didn't spend many years becoming a master blacksmith for nothing.
That's true.
I like Josh's. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like an awesome blacksmith.
So I think we open up on you guys riding up to this Adamari hostel. And you see like the scales on like the sign in the front, like along the road, and you don't see any of the priests yet. But it's getting towards evening anyway, so you just see that sign kind of hanging on the side of the road, and you see this little hostel. What do you do?
Well, I would suggest that we stay the night.
yeah, did
Here.
they give us any money? I mean, like, they're expecting us to go do this stuff. I assume they expect that we're going to need money to do it with.
Yeah.
For in service to the church, we need to be able to, like, sleep and eat.
Um,
And we're not allowed to do anything, so we can't work.
yeah, that's a good point. I think they probably. Do you want to? I'm not sure. See, this is the thing. Most of you have the ability to like just buy this anyway. Like, Josh can make a resources roll like nothing, and just it wouldn't tax him or anything like that. He could just do it.
Yeah. But, I mean, would the church be like, yeah, you're just going to spend all your money? Like,
Yes,
They-
probably.
I mean, yeah, I think they do.
I mean, they didn't even give him any money of his when he left, so, like he doesn't have any coin on him. None of us have any coin, presumably, since we all went from jail to the church straight here.
I would
so-
assume since I spent 5 years in prison, I don't know that I would have any coin to my name anyway.
That's my
I
point.
think one thing that I might
not
say
at
is
my
that
shop.
the Adamari are actually the bankers as well. And so if you go to an Adamari hostel, you can basically like withdraw from your like national bank account or whatever.
It'd be super useful if we had credit cards.
Adamari have a magical network of.
Yep. They
Well-
just read
well,
your
they
palm
don't.
and
It's
like,
a-
man, you got a balance of $80.
No,
There you go.
it's a
There you
bank.
go.
It's a bank thing. So it's like,
Yeah.
you would draw a certain amount or whatever, and they would like send a letter to the main bank in
So all you
the
got to do
capital
is beat
city.
that letter back, and then withdraw it again, and then just kill the guy with the letter on the road. It'll be good.
I mean, you could. It would.
Farm gold. No, yeah. No, that's cool. I like that. All right. Well. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we'll probably just go in.
Yeah.
I just hop off my horse and hitch it to the. I assume they have a post to the trough. So it'll just.
Yeah, they have a little side stable on the side actually, so you can.
Okay. Yeah. He'll walk over in that direction then and just kind of
Lead your horse.
yeah.
Maybe I'm wondering what like the atmosphere of this group is right now. Like, how is everybody
Doesn't say
feeling?
anything. He
Yeah.
just totally ignores everybody when he goes off to do his horse. Just like screw you guys.
What about the rest of you?
We probably all kind of hate each other.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I know. I certainly don't care for Dylan.
Yep. Dylan's
like
still
Dylan.
sour that he didn't cut Alphonse's hand off last night. He's like, darn it, I missed that opportunity.
I think I'm gonna
Alphonse
chill with
seems
Antonius.
pleasant enough, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you a girl, Antonius. Don't
sorry,
you
what was that?
worry. I'm gonna get you a girl at this bar. Don't worry.
At the it's not a bar, Jared.
Aren't you currently? Isn't your character currently married, Josh?
he is, yes, and he's also
Yeah, technically
Figure it
he is married in the religious sense of he hasn't got filed for a divorce, which is not a very it's not a thing you really do in this society. But he's definitely not married in the sense that his wife never wants to see him again. So
Okay.
Jared?
how
no,
old is
Antonius, Josh's
Jared? Or
character.
Alphonse, sorry,
29.
29.
29.
Both of
I'm
our
like-
characters are 29. Yeah.
I'm like 40 something. I gotta look at
Oh wow.
my age here.
Noise.
Yeah, I think
Where
you're
did I-
40. I think you're 40 exactly, actually.
Yeah, I am
Gosh,
40
yeah.
exactly.
How do you? What? What did you take that made you 40?
Master craftsman.
Master
Oh.
craftsman.
Yeah.
I was like, we're the same amount of life paths. How are you that much older? That's
Yeah.
insanity.
He took a lot of crafting life paths. You know how long it takes to craft in games, right?
Yes. Far too long. Played enough Minecraft in my day.
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. Yeah. So Dylan just kind of breaks off to go tie up his horse and leaves them to do whatever. And hopes the place is still there when he gets back.
Okay. What about the rest of you then? What are you guys doing?
I think I'm going to make my way to the front door and look into getting us rooms for the night, or getting
All right.
myself a room for the night, and seeing if they have room in the stables for everyone else.
Wait, you don't like anyone in this
Yeah, I
party?
probably just-
I was talking to
I
Josh.
don't have reason to like anyone in this party yet.
Wait, we're at a party?
Clearly. Okay. Yeah, I will make my way to the front entrance and inquire about rooms
Mhm.
for the night.
Okay, so Josh is going ahead, or Antonius is taking care of like the financial stuff. Kentarius and Alphonse, I'm assuming you guys are helping lead the horses as well. And if you do, then how are you doing that, Kentarius? Because you're blind.
By using my discipline.
Magic.
Yes. of course.
Strange magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of using like your echolocation or whatever.
Like freaking or something.
I mean, literally, you probably do, Connor.
Claps
Like,
and he hears
you
them bounce off the wall.
what you actually probably do, Connor, is with your staff, you probably hit it against things and listen for the echoes.
There's a guy in real life who can click his tongue and see.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he went up to a telephone booth and like, this is box, is a telephone booth. And I was like, that is impressive.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Alphonse, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna go in with Antonius because that's the least chance I'm going to die.
Okay. So I'm assuming then that Delon, you'd probably like take one of the two of the horses, and Kentarius takes two of the other horses, or are you just ignoring everyone, Delon, and just going in without helping anyone else?
Am I just with
Kentarius
Kentarius?
with 3
Yeah, it's
horses.
you and Kentarius with 4 horses.
All right. Well, yeah. Then he'll probably help Kentarius lead
Guys,
them.
what's going on here? I don't even know where we are.
You're nowhere.
You're not
I
here
think-
yet. I think I'm going to have you appear.
What are you doing right now? You
Theo?
guys are just staying in an inn or something?
Basically,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
But maybe you should show up so that you can play. You can be like, yo, heard there was some weird people.
Or if someone was looking, I'm like Strider from.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe you hunted somebody to this tavern and now you're trying to kill them.
It's not a tavern.
It's
a
whatever
hostel.
I say it is.
It's a hostel.
That doesn't sound like a very nice place. That sounds dangerous.
You're thinking of hostile. There is a difference.
They call it Strider.
Anyways, yeah. So he'll just tie up the horses and then head back in and see if he can't figure out a way to get a room with no money.
Okay.
Can I fork skills into a resources test?
I
assume I can, right?
believe.
I mean, wouldn't that would be bartering and stuff like that?
No, you do not fork them in, but you can make linked tests
Okay.
to get down the ob of the resources test.
So you could say I want to make a persuasion roll to reduce to make them like me, and then a bartering roll to reduce their
Yeah.
Definitely.
charge, and then I make the resources roll to see if I can afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and mute Adam because he's playing the guitar.
What?
It's fine. It's fine.
Uh,
Okay, so I mean, okay, I don't think that Antonius really has to make a roll here because it's just
yeah, probably not.
he has 3 resources. I think he's fine getting everybody rooms for the night. Well, okay, unless you want let's see. It does actually depend. Let's think about this. 4 people staying the night, 4 people meals, and 4
Well,
people
he's only buying for himself, right?
Oh, okay.
That was my intention.
Okay, if you just want to buy buy for
cover-
yourself, then yes,
If I was to cover anybody else, they'd have to be fairly persuasive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have three resources, so you'd probably be fine. But I don't expect your character to do that.
Yeah.
Except that
Yes.
if we starve to death, you're still gonna die. But I mean, we're not gonna starve to death for one night. So.
Yeah, no. If it looks like you're going to starve to death, I will encourage you to do something about it.
Yeah.
Especially because the priest told them basically like, if any of these people die, I mean, it's on your heads and you're gonna die too, kind of thing. So.
Yeah.
All for one and one for all, or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, it does depend on how much of this you actually want to play out. We don't have to go super in detail if you guys don't want to. I'm assuming that mostly this will be about unless either any of you want to make any sort of like have any sort of conversation, try to get one to play against the other, like Alphonse if he wants to like, you know, try to ally with someone or something like that. Otherwise, I think we might just introduce Adam then, introduce Adam's character and get him in this.
Do that.
Yeah.
I think you heard that.
So,
Yeah, let's just get Evan into it. It's fine.
so these hostels have like common rooms, and are there other travelers around?
No, there aren't actually. It's kind of a slow night for these people. You do see it when you go in, Antonius. You see a few priests, and their garb is rather simple. Like they just wear robes. And there is like a big scale like on the counter of this of the hostel, and you see 2 priests kind of like manning the counter. One of them is like polishing the scale, and the other one is like counting some like inventory on some shelves like on the wall. And they kind of like nod at you as you enter, but unless you're like going straight up to the counter right away, like they kind of ignore you.
Okay. All right. So I will approach the counter and request lodging for the night.
Okay, so the guy who's polishing the scales just kind of like sets down his rag and looks at you, nods. He's very professional-like, kind of has his nose up in the air like this, and he says, welcome, traveler. You want to spend the night, I assume?
That is correct, yes.
All right. If you would just, and he kind of like grabs a piece of parchment, if you would sign right there, we can work out some arrangements. Would you like to draw from your account, or do you have coins?
I will draw from my account.
All right. Sounds good. So one person sleep. Do you have a horse?
I do, yes.
All right. So stabling and feed for your horse.
Yes, that is correct. Will also require a bath and meals. Dinner
All right.
and breakfast.
All right. Very good, sir. That will total to a matter of 8 silvers, I believe. And that's just an abstract for whatever, you know. And you just draw from your account. You don't have to make a resource roll. It's pretty simple. Adam, are you ready to be introduced?
Do I say something or?
I'm wondering where. So let's just say that you are at this hostel. Where would you be? What would you be doing? And how would you interact with?
Is there like a bar in there or no?
It's not like a bar per se, but there is like some tables and someone.
Common room.
Yeah, and they have like a common room and like a counter where they like have people order meals and stuff like that, and then a kitchen in the
I'll
back.
probably be at the counter.
Okay. Kind of at the counter. So you entered like a foyer area, Josh or Antonius, and you what are you doing in the common room then, Theo?
Yeah.
Are you just kind of like drinking?
Yeah, probably just like drinking, not
Okay.
paying attention to anyone who's coming in.
Okay. So you just notice from your periphery, Antonius, that like off to the side there is a an archway that leads to like another
Wait,
room.
hold on. I have a question.
Yeah.
Was I already in prison, released like on a mission, my own mission?
Yep.
Or like I haven't gone to prison yet?
You went to prison, got exonerated, and are on your own mission now. But your mission right now is to wait in this hostel for these people. So,
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering.
And have we been informed that this hostel is where we'll find?
No, you just knew that somewhere along your travels you were going to encounter this guy.
Ooh,
Um,
okay, so
They just happen to
Oh,
know we were
cryptic.
stop at this one.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah. So Adam, do you want to go ahead and describe Theo for us, and what does he look like? So what does Antonius see when he kind of looks over and is at you on the counter?
I'm probably wearing like kind of like a cloak. I mean, not like a hood over my head, but just kind of like my blonde hair is showing, and you can tell like it's obvious who I am because of my hair. Like it stands out in the room.
Mhm.
I'm probably sitting there drinking. I have, like, I don't know if my trident is retractable, but it's probably. I mean, I probably have it with me.
It's definitely not retractable.
Well, it's not like I can't be like, and it's like it like comes out.
No.
Okay, it's just next to me.
Okay, so it's kind of like
I'm like-
leaning up on the counter.
Yeah, something like that. I kind of have okay. I'm trying to. I mean, do I have to describe the clothing? Because I know what it looks like. Kind of like I'm thinking like Lord of the Rings. You know how he has like it's kind of like a cloak and it kind of goes past your waistline, but it's like kind of open. You know, like it was like a like it's kind of like slit in the middle. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of like over your like your thigh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, and it goes. You know, it's kind of like it's kind of tougher, kind of like that. So it's not like armor, but it's like something that I could battle with if I needed to. It's
Okay.
just kind of like, but it's like a thicker like material.
Okay.
And so I look like I'm on a journey. Like
So it can catch the stray arrow or something like that.
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Or like if you tried to hit me with a sword not very hard, it probably wouldn't go through. But it's not. Like I said,
It's just the barest amount of padding that would help you kind of in a in a fight. Yeah.
And my hair is kind of like how it is now. It's kind of like sticking up, and it's not like long luscious hair. It's just kind of spiky almost.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it kind of looks like me, but I probably look like. I mean, I've got scratches on my arms and whatnot from like battling. Like I've got scars all over, some nasty wounds. Probably got like a scratch like right underneath my eye because it looks cool.
Of course.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
accidental or on purpose?
No, not on purpose. It was just from fighting. Like
So I guess looks cool.
Right.
I've been through a lot. It just looks like that, but I look like a pretty guy, a guy that you don't want to mess with. But like I'm pretty, I guess women would find me attractive because the goddess did. But I mean, I don't really care about that. Like I'm not like using it to my advantage. I kind of look like mysterious, like kind of want to like, oh, I wonder what that guy is thinking. Like not the kind of guy I want to mess with. But
Also, don't forget your golden loincloth.
he's not gonna like get mad at me or anything. He's just kind of like, oh, I wonder what that guy is over there. And I'm not wearing like like I said, I'm not wearing like a cloak. I'm not like covering up. I'm just kind of like sitting there.
Yeah.
Like he could approach me, but not like it's kind of like I look like I'm really almost like mad. Kind of like just not. I look serious, so.
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
Because I'm kind of like cynical about the world right now.
All right, so Antonius, do you kind of like give this guy a second glance or just kind of move on?
I believe the trident would be out of place in a hostel such as
Mhm.
this, so that catches
Probably
my
in
eye.
Ceran in general.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
definitely tell that he's not Serrano. Like,
yes. Yeah. Um, I'm thinking, how late in the evening is it at this point? It's kind of earlier evening.
sun is basically just set.
Okay. I think I am going to then go to my rooms and seek out a bath
Hmm.
and make my way down to the common room once I've finished with that.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so Cantarius, Alphonse, Dellen, what are you all up to?
So after
Josh just
Dellen,
bought rooms for himself, correct?
yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
After Dellen finishes tying up the horse, he goes back in to see if he can. Now I assume being a knight, he's used to referring expenses to the church's pool of resources, right? The military orders resources, I assume. I mean, that's obviously when they go on a mission, they don't pay for all their own stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's what he's assuming he's going to do, especially because he's on an official mission from the church. So he just steps in and steps up to the counter. He probably gives a sideways glance to a guy sitting down with a trident with like, platinum hair. He's just like, that's a little strange, but yeah.
But I'm just kind of like, that's like my persona, and I'm not as cocky as he is, but it's kind of like,
Right. He sees the gold loincloth, but no, I'm just kidding.
No. I'm not.
Yeah, he just steps up and he's like, obviously he's tonsured, so he's bald, which is the symbol of being in the military order.
Hmm.
And then he just steps up and he's like, I need a lodging and meals for the night. It's like you can. He says, I assume it's like normal for them. He's like, just the church's official business. They'll be paying for it. I assume they have a tab, like a account
Yeah.
for the church.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Definitely. Yeah, so the Adamari just kind of nod, and they're like, ah, yes, a holy knight. A pleasure to serve you, my lord.
I persuade him not to believe David.
I'm tonsured. It's like a thing I have. It's not. I don't think looking at me they'd be like, oh no, he's not a knight.
Caleb, is this town anywhere near where I live?
You lived in the city you just left.
Oh, okay.
So Alphonse, Cantarius, what are you guys doing?
Whoa.
Do I technically have access to the same thing since I'm kind of a knight?
I mean, you're a noble, so
Yeah. He's not tonsured though, so it'd be hard for him to pull the same thing because that's the symbol of the knighthood.
I'm gonna persuade the guy that I'm all good for using the Pope's account because I'm the son of the Pope. I'm like, oh yeah, just bill it to the Pope.
You might not want to say the son of the Pope, since I'm sure they know that the son of the Pope was almost executed a minute ago.
And then made a hero.
Yeah, I don't think a hero.
They might not have gotten that far.
Yeah. Oh. Adam, that's kind of loud. It's kind of like bleeding my ears. No, you're good. Oh, Josh. Yes, exactly. So then he just kind of. And he mentions his horse too, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, and they're fine with that. Like they're like cool, they're very very ingratiating towards you. So.
Then he just asks for the key to the room, and then I assume. Did they tell us anything about Theo? Like, I mean, we're looking for this guy, so I assume they're gonna be like, because I mean, Theo hasn't come to us, so he must not have a description of us. And if we don't have a description of him, then this is really poorly set up. So I assume we at least know what he looks like, right? They're like, oh, he's a whatever.
I don't actually think you do. I think that Theo has been given descriptions of all of you, but you haven't been descriptions of him. So, Theo, are you kind of like on the lookout for people as they come then, or?
I'm pretty observant, like, because I know, like, I think I have a lot of.
I mean, you literally have the skill observation, so yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, like, I've noticed them, and I'm just kind of like seeing what they do, and like, I know that's what I'm looking. So I'm not gonna like.
Okay. All right.
Kind of like not doing anything, like see what they're gonna do.
Sure. Yeah.
So yes, I suppose you probably just heard me announce myself as a holy knight too.
Kind of like scoping them out, just kind of staying like inside my own come from like I'm just kind of like observing what they're doing, what they do, and kind of like.
What are your social traits again?
I'm really good with talking.
No, your social traits, the ones that we just
The
figured
cultural
out.
traits.
Cultural, yeah.
The hair, mercantile, and
Determined.
determined. Yeah.
Okay. Now, would I assume that a character who is mercantilistic is going to be? I think that's a word.
It would literally just be mercantile.
Is that an adjective?
No, yeah, that's what it is.
All right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If I would assume then that they're not very fair with prices, right? That they would do their best to get money. Someone who was mercantile.
Yeah.
In other words, they'd be relatively counter to the people here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in that case, I think, because, he knows all that stuff, so I think he nods to the guy and he's like, what is your nation called? I need to take notes.
Technically, you wouldn't know specifically what nation he was from. Verudis is the name of, like, the home nation, but they have, like, the colony of New Umhati, which is, like...
Okay, well, like their
jungles.
nationality, I guess, like the...
Verudian would be what you would call them.
Okay, I think he just kind of nods to him. He's talking to the guy and he's like, Verudian, huh? He tried to cheat you out of anything? I say, did he try and taint your scales? That's what I say.
To the Adamari, yeah, they kind of like. I don't know, Theo, did you try to like cheat them out of anything? Did you drive a hard bargain, or did you just come up and like pay?
I just come up and paid. I didn't really care.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, no, he shakes his head. No, and he kind of like squints his eyes as if he didn't think about the fact that the guy was Verudian until now. He's like, I suppose I should have expected that, but no, he didn't. He just paid and went and sat over there.
Dallin raises his eyebrows. He's like, well, I guess there's a first time for everything. And then he just walks off to get into his room.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's just going to kind of stay there because he doesn't have any business.
Sure.
With the others, so.
All right. Yeah, I'm just assuming you guys are going around regular business, getting meals, whatnot. Cantarius and Alphonse, how do you guys pay then?
I convince them that I'm with the Pope and use his account, and then I buy everyone in the restaurant dinner. 5-course meal.
All right.
You gotta roll circles for that.
Go ahead and make a persuasion roll. That's fine.
Okay. Well, okay.
I assume there's probably some kind of seal we have to prove that, right? No one's going to recognize you. No one could persuade somebody that they're a noble without having some kind of actual proof.
Yes.
If I just walked into a place and was like, yeah, I'm the son of the
otherwise you could
president.
just be like, I'm really good at convincing you. I'm the Pope himself.
I'm sure I have the son of the Pope seal.
Well, you were just in prison, so unless they gave you the son of the Pope seal back, then you don't.
Why would they not?
They did.
Sure they get yours back.
They didn't give us anything.
What? They gave you your stuff back that you had before.
My weapons and
your
stuff, yeah.
sword.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Alphonse, Alphonse did not have any sort of personal effects, so that could have been it. You could have had a signet ring, and they would have given it back to you, but they didn't. You didn't have.
I imagine there's probably heraldry on my stuff, which you probably don't have, unless do you have finery or anything like that? Like, do you have clothes that they would have given back?
I had finery.
Yeah, you had finery.
That might have some kind of seal on it, possibly. Depending on, obviously not everything you wear is going to have a sigil on it, but it's possible.
To be honest, finery might include a signet ring. So.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Can I say that some of my money that I got was from killing people? Like, I just stole their money?
Probably, yeah.
Because I'd kill them, like, hey, why waste the money,
Mm.
Yeah. Well, that would probably be an explanation for starting with cash. Do you have cash on your character sheet?
No, he doesn't.
No.
I believe you just have 1 resources. Yeah, so.
What, my sword?
No, you have a resources stat of 1, so. Basically, it just means you probably have some coins on hand or whatever, just some minor coins.
Yeah, I'm not like rich or anything. I just have a few, like, you buy.
Mm-hmm.
So he could fork in killer when he's trying to make
Not
a
quite.
resources
I mean,
roll.
No.
I guess he could probably like intimidate and then
hmm
bring it down. But
Okay, so, Alphonse, go ahead and make the
Yes?
roll then.
I'm gonna make a huge show of it. I'm like, yes, we are back from a royal hunt,
Okay, all right.
and I would like to treat everyone here to a 4-course meal using the Pope's money.
All right. Well,
wait,
the
your excuse
yeah.
is that you're back from a hunt, even though you were just from prison, and they probably know that.
Well, that's the thing.
Ah.
I don't. Okay, are
This is-
you
this
are
is
you
just
specifically saying that you were the Pope's son?
No, I'm not gonna say I'm the Pope's son. I'm like, well, I mean, son as in, he's the father, the Holy Father. We're all technically sons of the Pope.
Which reminds me, did they mention anything about that when they? I assume they saw my heraldry. I assume I was wearing my armor because it's not full plate.
No, they didn't make
So,
any. They didn't make any
okay.
reference.
Okay.
Do you have noble wise? Yes, you do. Jared, you could make a noble wise check to think of a good noble you could impersonate.
Yes, I will do that. Can
Yeah.
I use bullcrap wise? Fork that in.
You can fork that in, definitely.
Yes. What about falsehood?
That feels like such an OP stat.
It is. Wises are very, very good.
Persuasion.
Wises are insanely good. So.
Can I fork in court gossip and falsehood as well?
We're not in court. You can't do court gossip. Well, I guess you're trying to impersonate an noble.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
totally
never
could.
mind.
Yeah, you
That would
can
make
fork
sense.
all those in. That's fine. Oh, to be honest though, I think this actually might be a falsehood roll and not a
Yeah,
persuasion
it's
roll.
definitely not persuasion.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Not even sorta.
that is
So,
a much harder roll. So it would be falsehood forked with bullcrap wise, persuasion, court gossip, and noble wise. But
Okay, so
no. Or I'm sorry, you're making a noble wise check first. So noble wise, court gossip wise.
Okay, so
If you wanted to impersonate someone specifically from Lucerta, you could probably fork in city wise.
I'll totally do that.
Okay.
Okay, so how many
Well,
modifiers
if
is
he's
that?
forking in noble wise, that probably automatically
No,
invalidates.
no. He's not forking in noble wise. He's using noble wise. That's the skill he's rolling.
So that's 4
Because he's
modifiers.
trying to
Why
basically.
would knowing people in the city help you impersonate being a noble?
Well, because
Because
you would,
he's
if you're
forking
trying
someone
to
who's in the city.
impersonate a specific noble, you would need to know the noble from someplace, and in this case,
Yeah, but
it's the
that's
city.
noble wise. City wise is like the city, like I assume they mean people from the city life paths, not people from the noble life paths. I
But
assume
wouldn't,
noble
Not
life paths.
necessarily. No.
wouldn't noble
How would-
wise be more generic? Like if you wanted to impersonate a noble from wherever Theo is from, that might.
Right, but if you wanted to
that would be noble
impersonate
wise
somebody,
as well.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, if you
fine.
wanted to impersonate
Impersonate a
somebody from
local
a city,
noble,
yeah.
you'd have a better shot at it in real
Well,
life.
because
What I was okay.
Cultural aspects, he'd have to have the blondish hair.
Yeah.
So that would be like.
It would definitely make the obstacle higher. But okay, so what I'm saying
Yeah.
is because he's right next to Lucerta, he could make, and because his city wise is pretty much focused on Lucerta, like that's where he's from. He could fork that in just because he would know local nobles from that city. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. That doesn't sound like how that's supposed to work, but that's fine. It's up to you.
I don't know.
What's the challenge?
For the noble wise roll, go make it a 4.
Are you kidding me?
Ouch.
Fate point.
You can spend a fate point.
You
Yeah.
got 1/6.
Oh, okay. How do I
Just slash roll.
Slash roll
space.
1d6.
slash roll d6 and
Oops.
You failed. All right, so you
Nice.
cannot think of a noble. You cannot think of any noble that fits, looks enough like you, and might possibly be out here doing this thing. You can't think of anyone.
You think of someone and then you remember that he died.
You could still attempt to falsehood and claim that you were a noble, but you would have to make up
You
someone.
make somebody up, yeah.
It paused. Jared, refresh your page. Or no, you're fine. You're back. I couldn't hear you. Except I still can't hear you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and refresh your page or something.
Shh. Quiet.
Connor, hush.
Connor
Oh,
over there cracking his nuts.
Shut. Hey, watch this.
And Adam will entertain us with some party tricks while we're waiting.
Looks cooler in the dark. What? It looks really cool.
It has to do with the refresh rate of your monitor.
Yeah, I know exactly. So it looks cool.
I'm gonna add a skill.
I'm just gonna add a skill, you know, no biggie.
This chair is like it's shaped like in an angle like this. So every time I lean back, it's just like pff. Watch. Like this is me sitting forward. Oh, scary.
Here, let's go ahead and just actually take our break here. So that we because Jared is having some troubles here, and then we'll come back in about 5 or 10 minutes, and hopefully we'll be able to get back on track. All right.
There you go.
Catch you soon, everybody.